Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to this Extreme Warfare Avenge series. My name is Andy, your commentator for episode number 38 of the series, where I am booking a year's worth of shows for PWG. Now you can see there, I'm currently on Sunday the 22nd of December. I'm recording this on Monday the 30th of December, and it will go on YouTube on Tuesday the 31st of December. I'm also going to do one more video after this, so this is potentially the penultimate video of the series, which is going to come out on New Year's Day 2025, and it's just going to put sort of a bow on the series, a bit of a year review if you like. Now I haven't decided, I talked about this in the last video, but I haven't decided if I'm going to continue this series or not into next year. Part of me wants to, because I do quite enjoy doing these videos, and there are still some storylines that are not going to be that need finishing off. So they're going to be sort of ongoing, if you like. They're not going to end in this video. But I'm acutely aware that not many people watch these videos. I mean, to be fair, this game's not really conducive for this sort of YouTube media, if you like. I don't think it translates well compared to something like watching somebody play through Sonic the Hedgehog, which, by the way, I've done. So please go and check that out if you want to. Yeah, I think watching somebody play this game doesn't really translate to entertaining view. But hopefully, if you have watched this series, then you have enjoyed it. Also, just one thing I want to mention before I get on with it. In the last video, I talked about wanting people to leave comments on the videos because I don't think I've had one, or maybe one. And somebody did leave a comment on the last video, so whoever that person is, and I forgot your name, I really do apologise for that. I do appreciate it, so thank you for the comment. Although the comment said, I don't know if this was a joke or not, but the comment said, "What's this game called?" So while I do appreciate the comment, I think it's fairly obvious what the game's called. It's called Extreme Warfare Revenge, EWR for short. I will reply to that comment anyway, so I'm not going to get too bogged down with that. Anyway, so what's going to happen for the rest in this video, and then, like I said, for the rest of the series. So this is potentially going to be the last booking that we do. So we're going to do the next two shows as usual. So it's going to be the go home episode of Warfare, and then our big December pay-per-view, Holiday, which is a name that I wanted to change, but the more I think about it, the more I actually quite like it. And then, like I said, I'm going to do one more video. Which is basically, I'm going to get to January the 1st and then sort of put a bow on the series. And we'll talk about that when we actually move on. So instead of me talking, let's get on with it. So of course, moving from Sunday to Monday will mean promotions will be changing size. What was I saying? So AAW have risen to Cult, so that's good. House of Hardcore has been renewed. CMLL have signed Joey Matthews. I think so. Is he a road agent on here rather than a commentator? Probably a commentator, to be fair. And Abaldo Fasato, I think he is a commentator. Larry Hex, I'm guessing CMLL have also changed size, given the fact that they're signing staff members. Kevin Kelly, why not? Daisuke Sekimoto's gone to ABWF. Apollo's gone to WoW. Tomko's gone to WoW, why not? Ayako Amada's gone to WoW. She's actually a female, so that's good that they're actually signing women, so that's nice. Entropy have signed Heath Slater, why not? Nick Gage has gone to MLW. La Rosa Negra has gone to Beyond. Dustin Rhodes has gone to Shimmer, fair enough. CMLL signed Sean Waltman and Michi Marufuji. And Dewey DeVito have signed D'Lo Brown. What a great signing that is. And there's the email I was expecting about CMLL changing size. So they're back up to national for the 85th time in this series. No doubt they'll just drop back down again when they can't compete with us. We're still the third biggest promotion, which is nice. Right, so our next show is going to be on Boxing Day, and then our pay-per-view is going to be on the 28th, the same day as World's End in real life, and I'm sure other pay-per-views as well. I haven't seen that show, so I'm sure someone watching this video will have done. So hope you enjoyed it. Right, anyway, Angelo Dawkins has gone to AIW. Jinsei Shizaki, or Hakushi, as he was known in WWE, has also gone there, and Georgian Pring and Moose. Super Crazy to Beyond. Lufisto has left CZW. House of Hardcore signed Jimmy Jacobs, why not? Lamascar has gone to AAW. PJ Black and Flip Kendrick and Valiente. Jinsei. See, I've said this every video, it feels like, but when one promotion signs a wrestler, another six seem to. So Jinsei Shizaki signed twice there. Dasha Hatfield, I think that's is that Jarvis Cottonbelly's partner, or am I just making that up totally? Oscar Sagrada's gone to Ring of Honor. Bobby Fish to CZW, why not? Victor to CZW. Zenshi. Beth Phoenix. All interesting stuff going on. I'm just going to check that one. What was he called? Dasher Hatfield, there we go. Not Dasher Wilder. Ah, Boomer Hatfield. Similar master Jervis Cotton Belly, anyway. Where's Boomer? The Hatfields, but that name, but around the creative table for hours to come up with that one. Is Jervis actually on this game? Am I just making that up? Was it Jarvis? Oh, he's got a picture. Oh well, fair enough. Why has he got a picture? I'll have to put that one right. Anyway, move on. Okay, so we're now on Christmas Eve. So, gonna be Christmas Day the day after. That's how the calendar works. There we go. So what's happened on Christmas Day? Let's have a look. So Fred Yeehigh's gone to WoW. Robert Anthony's left WoW, gone to AEW. AEW making some signs. Oh, they have just got bigger as well, so they will need to expand their roster. Titus O'Neil to CZW. That'll be interesting. I've never actually seen CZW, so and I'm not going to change that. But I imagine Titus O'Neil wouldn't quite fit in. I mean, Scott Steiner might do a little bit more, but yeah. Merry Christmas anyway. For that one. Right, so we're now on to show day, Boxing Day. No more emails, so that's good. Did yeah, it was, yeah. I thought they had, yeah, just checking. I know it doesn't really matter, but I do like it when the women only promotions actually sign women. So Shimmer and WoW, I do prefer it when they just sign women. I think could we still buy WoW out? Was it them that... No, that's good. Was it Shimmer? No, there was one. I'm sure there was one promotion that we could try and buy out, and I think it was WoW. But yeah, I don't like it when they sign men, because I mean I've never actually seen WoW, but I imagine that all the wrestlers are if there's any males on it, I imagine they're in managerial roles or something. I don't know. Could be totally wrong. They may have a men's division. It's weird how when women's only promotions they don't have a men's division, if that makes sense. But then in quote-unquote normal wrestling promotions, it's like the men are the sort of dominant division and then they have a women's division. But you get the idea. But yeah, there's a few on here now. Obviously they've signed, you know, David Finlay, Kevin Thorne, Mike Kanellis. I mean, maybe Mike Kanellis can understand if he's like sort of, you know, Maria's like lackey, if you like. But anyway, let's book Warfare very, very quickly. So yeah, this is the Go Home show. I should just prefer booking Go Home shows to the actual pay-per-views themselves. But yeah, so we're going to be building up the last bit of build to Heliday. I'm going to kick things off with a bit of a random thing. And it's going to be a potential women's title match. So we'll go for a manager angle. So it's going to be Katrina asking Zelina Vega if she wants a match for the title with Io Shirai. So in the last video in the last episode of Outrage, Zelina Vega pinned Io Shirai thanks to a botched interference from Asuka. So as a result of that, Katrina's like, hey, you know, you pinned the champ, you want a title shot? And then Zelina Vega's like, hell yeah, and hopefully the fans will cheer for that one. Next up, we're going to have a rematch. I was going to put a stip on this match, but no, I won't. So we'll go... no, let's put a stipulation on it. So, what's it going to be? Not a brown panties match. It's definitely not going to be that. But I haven't booked one of those. And that's not going to change. Let's go for... we'll go Falls Count anyway, why not? So it's Tenille Dashwood taking on Shanna. So in the last video, Tenille Dashwood and Shanna had a match, and it ended quickly. Tenille Dashwood just walked off and got counted out. So hence we're having a Falls Count Anywhere rematch. And this is basically just to sort of write Shanna off, because the contract's coming to an end, and I'm not going to renew it. But we'll talk about that later on, actually, because I do kind of, like I said, after this next two booking, I do just kind of want to do a bit of a wrap up and sort of put a bow on the year. I think that's the third time I've said that. But how can I rephrase it? Put a Dallas on the year. I don't know. That joke was terrible. Right, no aftermath. And yeah, let's just get on with it. Let's just get this booking done. I feel like I'm just rambling on. Leave a comment on the video, tell me if I am rambling. And just checking my booking notes here, I put Zack Ryder. It's actually Zack Ryder, so it's not a match. It's an angle. I really need to pull my finger out here. Okay, so, of course, Eli Drake was being stalked. It got revealed as being Zack Ryder. So, they're going to book their pay-per-view match at the last second. So, Eli Drake is going to challenge Zack Ryder. So, that's that match sorted. Okay, now something a little bit random. We're going to have a debut, even though this is potentially the last video of the series. I want to book this as though this series may continue. It's going to be Barbie Hayden taking on a debut in Ivelisse Velez. So we've signed Ivelisse. She was on an open contract, currently working for WWE, so we've signed her up. And she's going to win this match. And she can win it by cheating, just to establish that she is a heel. No aftermath, and that's to debut Ivelisse. So we've just added to the women's. I felt like we needed more women heels because we basically got the Stunning Sukeban and Mia Yim, and then Hania, who's just basically like a jobber. So I feel like we needed an extra heel. I think the women have been a bit of a highlight of the series, but again, we'll talk about that. I've got something planned for the next video, which is a bit pointless and maybe a bit weird, but I'm going to do it anyway. Right, more build for the pay-per-view. So it's going to be yet another match. It's going to be Mark. I don't know if I want to do this or not. It's going to be Mark Haskins taking on Timothy Thatcher. And I'm going to book Mark Haskins to win, but I'm going to feel in Timothy Thatcher's not going to like it. Oh no, he's accepted it. That's good. But he's going to win by botched interference from Real One, open brackets, Enzo Amore, close brackets. And Haskins can fight both off, why not? Let's make him look strong before his pay-per-view match against Real One's client, Pac. I keep saying match, I don't know why. Don't I keep picking match when, like, I basically don't book matches on these weekly shows. I book the minimum amount of matches possible. So it's going to be an angle. I've got 5 matches tonight. That's a new one. 1-on-1, yep. Backstage sneak attack, and it's Mia Yim assaulting Taryn Terrell. So, of course, Taryn Terrell, as I said in the last video, Ghost of Christmas Past for Mia Yim, bringing up the whole dollhouse stuff when Mia Yim was called Jade. And that's going to lead to a match at Holiday. And then the big title match, not main eventing. It's going to be Zelina Vega challenging Io Shirai. We'll make it a title match, why not? Because she's not defending the title at the pay-per-view. And it's going to end in a draw. So no contest to interfere. So we kind of screw the fans over a little bit here. We promised them a title match and not give them it. But hey, you know, it worked for WCW for a time. But yeah, so no contest. So we'll say that Asuka interferes to make up for screwing up last week. And then 2-on-1 on Zelina Vega. I mean, it's not. So what would... I mean, I can't book this, but what would really happen is the... Paige and Deonna Purrazzo would get involved. Kyrie would get involved. It'd just be a big brawl, basically, between the two teams. So the Stunning Sukeban and Paige, Zelina and Deonna, and they just get into a big fight. Building up their 6-person tag. And next up, we've got the number 1 contenders match for the tag team titles, the unofficial one. But it is, so it's going to be Orange Cassidy and Mick Foley, the new tag team. I need a name for these. No, I don't know. Cactus Cassidy. I mean, that's terrible. I don't know. Can't do Jack. Don't do Jack. It's something to do with like doing, because if you do Jack, you do nothing, do you? And Orange Cassidy, his gimmick is kind of, well, I'm lazy. So something to do with that. I don't know. We don't do Jack. I don't know. Anyway, Cassidy and Foley taking on NGD, Sanson and El Cuatrero in a non-title match, and of course they're going to win. So Foley can pin El Cuatrero. cleanly, and then after, the Mighty will attack them, the tag team champions, so Shane Thorne and Mikey Nichols. An attack on Cassidy and Foley. And that's, of course, to build up to their tag team title match, which will be taking place at Holiday. Right, now we need to put pen to paper on the Authority match. It's going to be contract signing for the match between Super Dragon and Excalibur. So it's Super Dragon will attack Excalibur. I wish you could book a contract signing that doesn't end in violence, but you can't. And then the random main event, this TV feud's going to come to an end. It's going to be the Sky Riders, so Triton and Trey Miguel, taking on Morgan and Mandrews. And this is also going to be a stipulation match. And I should have booked that first. Right, edit that out. So we'll make it a... I want to make it a ladder match, but then there's nothing... What can you hang above the ring? It's going to be hardcore or table. Make it a hardcore match, why not? So they can do some crazy... I'm sure they can come up with some crazy stunts. So the Sky Riders taking on those two dudes. And I think, I'm hoping this is right, but it's going to be the first ever, yes, ever, victory for the Sky Riders as a team. So hopefully, the fans, during this feud, the fans have kind of got behind them and, you know, they want to see the underdog get a win. And they're going to get one here. So we'll have the Sky Riders celebrate, so they can end the year on a high. But we'll call it like a Boxing Day brawl or something. I don't know. There are actually there's actually two segments where there's two dates on the calendar where you get a segment only on that date, and I can't remember what the other one is. One of them's Christmas Day. So if you book a show on Christmas Day, you get an angle. You can choose an angle that says Christmas Brawl or something like that. And then there's another one. It's sometime in June or July, I think. And I think, could be wrong on this one, but I think it is the birthday of the guy that programmed this game, Adam Ryland. So, but I can't remember when it is or what it's called. It's something like 13th of July. I can't remember. Anyway, but yeah, so I was hoping for a Christmas Day. I like booking the Christmas Brawl. I don't know why. But, well, I do know why, because it's the only time you can have it. But obviously you can't, once you do book it, you can't really tell if you look back, if that makes any sense. Anyway, so we're going to finish things off with the title picture. So I've never used this angle. I'm sure this is the first time I've used this angle, but I do really like it. Challenger floors champion and poses with belt. So Drew Gulak assaults Keith Lee and stands over him with the world title. And that's how the show would end. The go home show. Like I said, I like booking go home shows. They're fairly easy to do. Right, so that should complete the build for Holiday. Let's go. Yep, that's fine. Hoping that was going to be a little bit better, but yeah, Shanna's stats are not that good, to be honest. But she's had a good year with us. Yeah. I was hoping that was going to be better, because Evalisa's stats are not that bad, but we'll take it. Could have been worse. Good. That was kind of the point of that one. I was hoping for better, though. Only 2 stars. 2-star match. Not very good. Cool. Again, I was hoping for better. What's going on here? Why are these matches not very good? Oh, that's a shame. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I didn't think of that. You don't, yeah, I've not had that very often. That might be the first time we've had it. I'm surprised about that, though, because you got Mick Foley in it. It was really over. You basically get that when, if you book a match between 2 people who are really over, and then book a match after with 2 people that are not that over, you tend to get that. So if you booked, like, Austin versus Rock, and then followed it up with Funaki versus, I don't know, Scotty 2 Hottie, no disrespect to those 2 guys, you'd probably get that. You'd probably get that message. I don't know why I use those as an example, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, that could have been better. I was hoping that was going to be slightly better, although Flash Morgan's not the best, to be honest. And maybe a hardcore match doesn't suit. I think you tend to find people with high brawl stats get better hardcore matches, and like high flying, get better ladder matches. That's why I wanted to make it. That was part of the reason I wanted to make it a ladder match. But anyway, well, that was a bit of a disappointment. We still got 70%, even though it could have been, it could and should have been better. We'll take it. Right. So let's see what we got. Yep, didn't like Shanna. That's fine. Yep. Cheers, Jerry. That's why we pay the big bucks for things like that. Yeah, thanks, Timothy. Yep, cheers, Jerry. Again, that's why we pay the big bucks. Oh, we're up to 1,500 people. We're up to 1,500. So we've jumped from 1,200 to 1,500. So that's good. Right, we'll come back to that in a second. Right, so day before Holiday. So we're now at show day, Saturday the 28th of December. Let's have a quick rundown of the card. I think I normally do that before booking a pay-per-view. So we have got Mia Yim versus Taryn Terrell, of course, playing off their history in TNA, or Impact, I think it was called at the time, when Taryn Terrell was the leader of the Dollhouse. Got Mark Haskins versus Pac. So a bit of a battle of Britain. Pac basically saying, to get over in this industry, it doesn't matter how good you wrestle, you just need a character. And then Mark Haskins, conversely, saying to that, well, you know, I've had great matches all year. People respect me because of my matches. Bit of a clash of philosophies there. Got the tag team title match. The Mighty challenged by Orange Cassidy and Mick Foley. Don't do Jack, whatever we're going to call them. Eli Drake versus Zack Ryder. So of course, Zack Ryder deluded himself thinking he's a megastar because he's got a lot of YouTube followers. Oh, a boy can dream. And yeah, he's just targeted Eli Drake basically to help grow his following. We've got the battle of the authority figures, Excalibur versus Super Dragon, for ultimate sort of, I don't know, I don't say control of the company because that's like been done to death, but something like that, I don't know. The Stunning Sukeban taking on Deonna Purrazzo, Lena Vega, and Paige. So they've Avengers assembled to try and take down this heelish group of women that have been dominating the roster for nearly a year now. And then finally the world title, Drew Gulak turning on his troop colleague Keith Lee and challenging him for the title. So that's the card. I think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be the best card it could be, to be honest with you. I think the stories are kind of good. I wanted the December event to be sort of a mega event, but I think stats wise, I think ratings wise, it's not going to be that good, which is a shame. Right, let's book it though. So we're going to kick things off. We're going to end so we would be booking an episode of Outrage. So we're going to end that with an angle just to hype the pay-per-view. And the main reason I'm doing this is just to kind of help the ratings. It's going to be a video angle, hype video for one-on-one match. So it's going to be Eli Drake and Zack Ryder. So just reminding them of the history of the stalking, etc. And again, because they're both charismatic, that should get a good rating. And we're going to kick things off with the grudge match between Mia Yim and Taryn Terrell. Basically, when I read the matches out, that's the order they're going to be taking place in. So we'll start with Taryn Terrell taking on Mia Yim. And Mia Yim is going to win because Taryn Terrell, I basically brought Taryn Terrell in to do this angle, and then she's going to go. So she's going to have to lose, I'm afraid. So she'll put her over clean, why not? You know, she's a heel, no aftermath. No purpose, really. I've got low hopes for that match, I have to say. Taryn Terrell's stats are not the best. But if she can pull out a Gail Kim on us, Mia Yim, then that'd be an unexpected banger. Who remembers that rivalry, by the way? Mia Yim and not Mia Yim, Taryn Terrell and Gail Kim. I mean, Mia Yim rounds with Gail Kim, so could do. Anyway, move on. And move on to the Battle of Britain. So it's Mark Haskins taking on Pac. A lot of marks in this promotion. Insert your own joke there. And Pac is going to win, and he's actually going to win cleanly, even though he's a heel. So great end of year celebrations. All the heels are winning cleanly. That's what we want to see. No aftermath, and actually we'll have an aftermath. Why not? We'll have real one can just get a few licks in just to get a bit more heel heat. I don't know. What a good match. Why not? I think that match could be good, actually. I think that's going to be a good match. Okay, and then the first of 2 title matches. It's going to be the tag team titles. So, We Don't Do Jack are going to be taking on... I was looking for Cactus Jack then. We're going to be looking... start again. Are going to be taking on, even, the Mighty... They've been tag team champions since July. Where the hell has that gone? Feels like they've been champions for like 2 months. It's been like nearly 6. Anyway, tag team titles are on the line. And we're going to have a feel-good moment. We're going to have new champions. So Foley and Cassidy are going to win. Hopefully the crowd will get into that. You could do the orange punch, but with Socko on. Just thought that'd be cool. Yeah, then they celebrate. Why not? Yep. So yeah, the orange punch with Socko. That'd be a good one. So while Foley's got the claw on, Cassidy can reach into his pockets, put his hands in his pockets, and pull out another sock and like maybe a sock with sunglasses drawn on it, and then does the orange punch while Foley's got the claw. Yeah, that'd be quite cool. I think that'd be quite good. That'd be quite a good ending, actually. That'd be quite funny. Anyway, move on to Eli Drake versus Zach Ryder. Get me on a creative team. That was, yeah, I thought it was quite a good. That was quite a good idea, actually. I mean, self-praise is no praise. But, yeah, I enjoyed that. Anyway, so it's going to be Eli Drake taking on Mid Cardona. No offense, buddy, if you're watching this, which you're not. And he's going to win. So we're getting some babyface victories now. And again, I mean, to be fair, a bit like Taryn Terrell, I've only really brought Zack Ryder in to do this angle, basically. So, bish bash bosh, it is done. It will not put any purpose. Right, this next segment is going to be not quite what I'm going to book. But I'll explain what I mean by that in a second, because that sentence made absolutely no sense. But it's going to be a hype video for a debuting worker. Now I've talked about all the way through this series trying to make this as realistic as possible. There has been times when I've not done that. So for example, when we booked Orange Cassidy and Hulk Hogan to take on the Outsiders. That was not very realistic. I think Mick Foley being in this company and wrestling full time and doing commentary is not very realistic either. But perhaps the most... Oh wait, Orange Cassidy retired Ric Flair as well. Forgot about that one. But perhaps the most unrealistic thing that we've ever done is about to happen next. Because between recording the last video and this video, I made a bit of a signing, a significant signing. And his name is The Rock. We've signed The Rock. So what would happen here is, we wouldn't explicitly... Well, I was going to debut him actually on this show, but I think that's the sort of thing you advertise in advance. But yeah, what would happen here is it'd be a hype video, but it wouldn't say The Rock is coming. It'd just kind of drop hints. So they'd maybe talk about electricity or... I was going to say pie. But, you know, something to do with... Basically drop hints that it's The Rock without actually saying it's The Rock. It just says like electricity is in the air. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Like I said earlier with Evil East, I'm trying to sort of book this as to say like, well, I might, if I do cover this series, this is what's coming, sort of thing. There's also a few other things I need to do. The Stunning Sukeban payoff. I haven't done that yet. But anyway, we'll worry about that another time, because we're going to move on now to the Authority versus Authority match. So it's Excalibur taking on Super Dragon. So Excalibur dusted off his wrestling boots to take on Super Dragon. And he's going to win. And I don't quite know why or how. But he can win. Because why not? Maybe we should have made that a stipulation match, actually. But, no stipulation matches on the... I barely booked stipulation matches. This, I haven't booked Hell in a Cell match all year, I don't think. I've had a couple of cage matches, but, yeah, anyway. Yeah, I mean, with the... I don't know what The Rock's going to do, to be honest with you. I don't know whether to book him as a wrestler or have him, like, as a... I was thinking... What I was going to do is sort of... What I was thinking of doing is... A bit like... Sort of nicking his final boss thing in real life, like having Excalibur versus Super Dragon fight, and then at the end of the match, The Rock's music hits. He comes out and then lays them both out and says, "Well, I'm in charge now." So, you know, something like that. But I haven't quite decided yet. Right, so next up, we've got the double main event. We could call it a double main event, even though that makes no sense. Because a double main event would surely mean that both matches are taking place at the same time. And that's obviously not going to happen. But it's a 6-person tag, or 6-woman tag, I should say. And it is Io Shirai, Kairi, and Asuka taking on the Avengers Assemble team of Deonna Purrazzo, Paige, and Zelina Vega. And finally, The Rock has come up. No, finally, the Stunning Sukeban are going to get their comeuppance. They are going to lose. So Kairi is... We'll pin Kairi. So Kairi is going to get pinned. So Asuka still hasn't been pinned yet. But Kairi is going to lose the match. And we'll give the victory to Paige. Doesn't really matter who pins her, to be honest with you. We'll say it's Paige, why not? And it's a clean win. So obviously Katrina at ringside will be sort of tearing her hair out and screaming. Right, just the main event left to go for the world title. And I know what I want to do here, but I'm not going to do it. So, it is Drew Gulak challenging Keith Lee. And I want to put the belt on Gulak because I actually think this build's been really good for Gulak. But Keith Lee's going to retain, possibly against my better judgment. I don't know why, but I think I said this earlier. I just prefer having heel champions. I just find heel champions easiest to book because I just think the chase like a lot of times in wrestling, the chase is better than the payoff. The chase is better than the title that follows. I think a lot of the time anyway. Certainly more recently anyway when. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, maybe that's just me. But yeah, we'll have Keith Lee. We'll have Keith Lee winning, and yeah, we'll finish on a good note. We'll finish on a high to end the year. End the year with a babyface victory and retaining the title. And that's it. That's Holiday. So not expecting amazing ratings, but let's see. I think the best match is probably going to be the Pac and Haskins match. In terms of match quality, I'm expecting that to be the highest. But let's see. Let's go. I was hoping that was going to be a little bit better. I was hoping that was going to be in the 80s. So a bit disappointed with that. But hey ho. Yeah, that was decent. That was better than I was expecting. And I'd have taken it. Because Mia Yim's been awesome. So maybe Mia Yim is Gail Kim after all. There we go. 91%. I wasn't expecting it to be that good. I thought it was going to be good. I thought it was going to be in the 80s. But it's just a shame the Haskins face turn went badly wrong and he lost a load of overness, because that could have been well into the 80s if Haskins was like, I think Haskins' overness is like in the 50s and it should be in the 70s. So it's a shame that kind of ruined the angle I was going for. But I knew the match would be good because Haskins is really good on this game. Cool, that was better than I was expecting, so that's good. New tag team champions, of course. That was good. That was better than I was expecting as well. So that's also good. There we go. 100% segment. Kind of another reason why I signed him, actually. Just thought let's just get a. I mean, his charisma's 100 and his overness is 100. So what else was it? What else was that going to be? Yeah, that sucked. It was always gonna. That's fine. Cool. That was a good match. I never think 6-person. I never think 6-person tags are that good, but that was, which is good. Main event. Oh, that was better than I expected as well. I thought it was going to be a clash of styles there, but yeah, perfect. Well, that was a million times better than I was expecting. 77%. I wondered that could be the best. I mean, to be fair, that's obviously skewed by the rock angle, but cool. Is that the best show we've ever done? Let's see. Well, 77%, same as Battle of Los Angeles. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Clicked on the right thing. Yeah, so joint best show. So that's a good way to end the year. End the year with your best show. Perfect. That couldn't have gone any better, really. Again, skewed by The Rock, but I don't care. We've got a 0.46 buy rate for Holiday. And 6,675 people turned up, so that's good. Okay, fair enough. Well, you know, it's supposed to be for control of the company or whatever. Cheers, Jimmy. That's why I pay the big bucks. You probably should be after that. You probably should be as well. Thanks. Perfect. Right, so that is the end of... Well, it's not, I was saying the end of the series. It's not quite. That's the end of the booking for 2024. So, as I said, there's going to be one more video coming up. I'm going to do a sort of. I'm going to get to January the 1st and then do sort of a little review. There's something else I've got. A couple of things I've got in mind as well, which I'm going to do in that video. But I'm going to try not to make it go on too long. But yeah, in terms of the booking, for now, we're done. Again, I don't know if we're going to continue this series or not. Obviously, we've now signed The Rock, so he needs to start doing something. We've got the Stunning Sukeban storyline's got more bits to go that I've not thought of yet. There's going to be a lot of people leaving the promotion, so there'll be some contracts expiring, and they're probably going to then need replacing. But so there is still lots of things we can do. But as I said, I don't know if I'm going to continue this series because I want to start a new one on a newer version of this game. With a totally different promotion. But anyway, let's not worry about that for now. Let's just end this video. So if you enjoyed this video, I did, so hopefully you did as well. If you enjoyed this video, then please like and share the video. You can also leave a comment on the video, should you choose to do that. Ask me what game this is, and I will tell you that. Away here on YouTube, though, if you head on over to the channel, The Uncommentator, you can find the rest of the videos in this playlist. If you want to see how I booked the entire year of our Lord 2024 in this fictional world, then please go and check that out. You can also, if you like wrestling, go and check out my series where I have played through WWE Crush Hour, where I won the Women's Championship with Lita. Bit of a spoiler for you there. But yeah, if you want to go and check that out, please do. If you don't like wrestling, then while you're watching this video, but if that is the case, then you can go and check out some of the other content, including Pokemon, including Sonic the Hedgehog, which I think I mentioned at the beginning, including Star Fox, instead of Firefox then, that's something totally different. Other internet browsers available. Yeah, including Star Fox, Streets of Rage, Kirby's Dream Course, lots and lots of other content for you to enjoy. But next time, we're going to be moving on to 2025 and doing a year review. Until we get to that point, for now from me, it is sayonara.